Hello, dear investors, and today we will speak about opportunity, a little bit unexplored, maybe something new for you. Do you know what kind of things frighten people the most? Things that less explored. And why? Because it's a big work for our brain to analyze something new. It's a great job to spend your time thinking and analyzing the most effective components of your portfolio or investments. Of course, the most people ready only to simple approach or strategy. A lot of reasons here. One does not have enough time. Other, after hard working day, haven't enough enthusiasm because simply too tired. Third, simply too lazy to change something. And only a small part of people that curious and determined can move mountains. Those who found strength to listen this webinar, I can call curious and proactive. And it's a big luck to communicate with such people. Thank you. So, shortly about this webinar. I'll speak about program named Robox. It's not a simple Pandora's box signal. It's portfolio of automatic trading strategies. Of course, the main minus that you know nothing how the strategies works, but diversification as portfolio reduce these risks. Nevertheless, you can use your Robox as a part, for example, of your big diversified portfolio investment. And this program is too simple to use and too simple to understand. It's from the first sight. You can imagine that's something difficult. No. Okay, let's investigate where we can find Robox, what settings you can choose here, and how better to use it, and for what indicators you need to pay attention. I'll show you my screen. And okay, look at this picture. It's your personal office and you need to log in. Fill these columns, email, password, and to enter. Then you will enter your personal office and you need to click Services here and find Robox here and click it. So then you'll appear at the next page. Let's get started. At the first page of Robox, you'll find columns to fill. Don't be hurry, you need to pay attention for some things. First, your starting balance. Here you will fill this column with the amount of balance you plan to work. Second, your trading method. Sometimes strange things come out with these parameters, and you must be attentive for main indicators, but I'll speak about these indicators just a little bit later. And third, yes, here are also some strange things. Do not pay a lot of attention how it named, conservative, moderate, or aggressive. You need to pay attention for main indicators. Main indicators you can find here: profit loss ratio and risk, maximum drawdown. It's something like we did when we spoke in a webinar, risk management. Yeah, it's the same things, but using Robox is too much simple. Okay. Let's move into the next picture. And by the way, you know, it's a robotic system, robot, and sometimes, for example, low risks gives you chances only for little profit. So ratio profit risk almost totally not will be not on your side. Please look here. Minimizing loss and conservative approach. Here we choosing minimizing losses and conservative approach. Let's look what we will find finally. Here you can see picture, visual picture of risk assessment. It's look like low risk assessment. It's maybe you can imagine that it's very good. You're very conservative maybe, but not. I don't think so. Why? Let's analyze what a problem here you will find. First of all, please pay attention for every portfolio with strategies, including in your big Robox portfolio. You see here not enough good history profitability in this strategy, in this portfolio. Second, this portfolio of strategies may be quite enough good, but let's pay attention for the main indicators, main numbers. Here you find maximum drawdown minus 5%, but profit loss ratio only 0.3. With such balance, it's nothing interesting with this package of strategies. Here, minus 5 and 5%, and profit loss ratio 9 and 3. You know, it also not enough good with such a risk, such low profit loss ratio. It's not enough. I can say that it's good enough if you have more than 15, for example, profit loss ratio with such a risk. So to be clear, maybe you need to triple this risk to receive good numbers. And these first strategies also not enough good. You see maximum drawdown, your risk like as profit loss ratio. So I can say that if you want to receive good portfolio strategies, if you want to work stably, if you want to receive with high probability quite enough numbers of profit, you need to pay attention for your average. If you understand that your average profitability numbers not enough good, and your risk maximum drawdown the same, it's almost no chances to be successful. So pay attention for the numbers of drawdown, and also pay attention for ratio profit loss. Let's change some parameters. For example, here we changed minimizing loss for maximizing gains. And here we changed conservative approach into aggressive approach. You see here in risk assessment, visually not enough good picture, but do not pay attention for this picture. You need to work only with numbers, only with numbers. Okay, you remember that in previous parameters you had 5% of possible drawdown. Here you see average 15%. If we count average, average with these three portfolio, you will have 15% of maximum drawdown. But don't be hurry to make any decision. Here, what you need to find. Why? Let's pay attention for profit-loss ratio. You see, profit-loss factor and maximum drawdown practically in ideal balance. You need only one thing to do to reduce your risk. How you can do it? For example, if you have 10,000 US dollars on your account and your risk, you plan your risk no more than 5%, or for example, in absolute numbers, it will be 500 US dollars. So you need to invest for this aggressive approach with numbers of 15% drawdown, only third part of your capital. You understand, yeah? So if you have 5%, you invest 10,000. If you have 15% of possible drawdown, you will invest third part of your investment. So you reduce your risk in mechanical, in absolute numbers. So you finally you will have the same risk management. But let's pay attention for expectations. Let's pay attention for these trend lines. You see, it's very good numbers. More than 3, more than 3 and 7. So it's great numbers. You can work with these numbers because profit loss factor here much better than maximum drawdown. Pay attention for these two indicators. As I said, here in these Robox strategies, totally the most of things too simple, but quite a strange things here when you work with these parameters, minimizing losses or maximizing gains. What you need to do only to pay attention for these numbers. It doesn't matter how it named. Maybe here aggressive or here aggressive, or maybe you will have here extra 2 columns. It even doesn't matter what you program use, but what the main advantage of this Robox system, because it's too simple, because every of these folder, it's a portfolio, so you have one big portfolio from 3 portfolios, and you can diversify your investment into Robox and another, for example, TMI accounts or signals. Of course, it depends of your trading capital, of your investment capital. Then more you have, then more possibilities you will have. And what I can say, please do not copy all my actions, what I recommended for you, blindly. Why? You know, strategies can change. And you need carefully look at these indicators when changing every parameters, and check every week, maybe every day and month drawdown and profitability numbers. So check in. You need to analyze. You need to analyze tendency. You need to analyze tendency in time. If this number of profit loss ratio rising or falling, you need to react for every changes. Do not be hurried. For example, choose period 1 week or 1 month. Your analytical possibilities, it's a big part of your job. And look at this picture. Here you will find detailed information about every of these portfolios. You can exclude one of them or two of them. So here detailed analysis of this account. You can read, you can think about it, you can find creation date. And you know, sometimes this package of strategies, if it's not effective, can change automatically by this program, by Robox. But once again, do not do these things blindly. You need firstly analyzing every number, every trend line, every drawdown. You need to calculate your risk in the total portfolio. And when you choose your ideal parameters, for example, the same, you need to select your account here. Or if you haven't your own account, create new. Also, you click at this button and fill columns where you can create or log in into your account. So, as you see, with some strange things, but Robox quite a simple, and I think it can pretend to be a part of a big portfolio and very effective portfolio, because you have one average profitability expectation for this profitability, and then more you can diversify your instruments, you will have more chances to control your risk and to achieve these average numbers of your profitability. So it's all for today. Thank you for listening to me, being here, and I wish you professional and effective investments. My best regards, and see you soon.